Live, and we are live today. We're going to be answering questions again. If you have questions, you're going to fill them out. If you're watching this as a recording, look down below, look at the questions. They're coming in. Hey, how you doing? Let me know where you're from. If you guys are looking to go live today, then just tell me why. We're going to be answering some questions. I've been doing this every morning. Seems to work out really well. We get thousands of messages in our DMs, and by answering a single message here, I can help clear up 100 or 200 of those. Hey, London, Ireland, good to have you here. Where else are you guys coming in from? Toronto, Kentucky. If you want to go live, again, all I need to know is why you want to go live. How much water should we drink every day? Actually, technically, you should not drink water. You should be eating it through fruits and vegetables and through juices and stuff like that. But if you are drinking water, you drink so that your body's satiated. There is no set amount. It can change. Anybody tells you that this set amount is full of crap because the body changes its need and balance every day. That's part of the reason why we have problems, is because we are taught to do something, not listen to our body, like eat so much of this, drink so much of this. It doesn't work out very well. Hey, Dubai, how you doing? Good morning. Live from Mexico. I am going live from Mexico. We are in our sanctuary called Akasha. So Akasha Urban Sanctuary, you can follow that if you want. Los Angeles, Germany. Hi from Florida. Good morning from California. Yes, agreed. Thank you about the agreement on the water. Listen, I used to try to. I've done this. I've drinking the multiple liters of water a day. I've done everything that you can imagine. I've tried every program. Back when I was, you want to talk about biohacking? I was a biohacker. I was in bodybuilding back in the 70s and 80s. Then we didn't even have protein at that point. We had agabalin was the only protein in desiccated liver. So we had to biohack everything. It was a true biohacking. Today there's machines and there's all kinds of stuff. Anything I do about lymphoma in my lower back? Absolutely. Lymphoma in the lower back, fascial maneuvers, get a foundation bundle of supplements. They'll break up the adhesions in the fascial tissues because basically it needs to move. Things like pullover, you're going to have some help most likely. But I would start with a 28-day reset so you understand how fascia works on your body, and then you can get somebody to help you. What supplements of yours should we take for rheumatoid arthritis? The three of them. First of all, do not only take supplements. Supplements will work beautifully, especially ours, for a while, but even they will stop working after about a year and a half. You need to move your body, and the 28-day reset is the thing to do it. The foundation bundle of supplements will give you immediate relief, and then that's a relief. Is what you do with that relief is you move your body. Hi from India. Ellers Daniels, hey, there you go. Hypermobile, you can actually take and dislocate all my joints, every single one of them, including my elbow. And Ellers Daniels is actually a strength, not a weakness. It's just been put out as hypermobility is an issue. Our bones don't touch, they're not structure. The fascia structure, so if there's weakness in that structure, which we refer to as hypermobility, then we just need to get the fascia hydrated, the inflammation out, and move the body. Our program, our 28-day reset, most people with Ehlers-Danlos by the third month usually have a new reality. I encourage you to do that. I've asked for the doc to go through EFT. I need your help to remove traumatic situation. Listen, there is nobody on the planet Earth that's going to remove trauma for you. You have to remove it yourself. The way you remove it yourself is through the 28-day reset. What happens with fascial maneuvers is it triggers the limbic region of the brain. We're in a fetal position. It puts the body back in a memory state where the stress is gone and the body can start to self-actualize or process trauma. The reason why trauma sticks in our body is our nervous system gets jacked up, stressed out, and we can't self-actualize in our own bodies. That's why trauma gets stuck. Otherwise, we would process it all. Keto diet causes loose bowel movements. How did one bind naturally? Okay, if you're having loose bile movements, typically the diet may cause that, but ileocincal valve right here on the right side, that valve is most likely getting stuck. And what I mean by getting stuck when I say ileocincal valve is, oh, wow.
Can I read that?
I don't know. Don't know if you guys can read that.
What does it look like on yours?
Well, I don't know.
No. I don't know. It might have to be nerve. We're trying something.
We're trying something. Ileocincal valve. When this dislodged, what happens if it's stuck open? The small intestine's bacteria is different than the large intestine. It seeps in there and it keeps digesting the food, so it can't actually properly form a movement. So first and foremost, I encourage you to do our lower reset and do our organ reset daily. That usually will get you out of that issue. Advice on asthma. Foundation bundle of supplements, first of all, because you got to get the mucus out and open up the airways. You do the stress reset. Well, there's one called the organ upper reset. Upper reset, just DM us. We'll give you the upper reset. Take the supplements. Asthma symptoms go down. Asthma is activated by stress. Reducing the stress 1 to 2 times per day over a period of time means that your body starts to habituate not going into the asthmatic response. People that I worked with 10 years ago that had asthma and regularly using inhalers, I've had people for a decade not using inhalers at all. Ellers Daniels, listen, if you just do our 28-day reset and you do that, plan on doing it for 3 months, staying in that program for 3 months, you're going to be completely different. I mean, you can try everything. I've seen every possible way of working with hypermobility that you can imagine. This is the only thing that I've ever seen that works. Hey, waving. How are you doing over there in, yes, all the way over there in Kuwait. It's nice to meet you. Nice to see you again. We talked live, looking forward to going to Kuwait. How to release, if you guys are looking for a live, I need to know why. I want to go live, that way I know who you are. How to release tightness from right shoulder, base of neck, cracking going on. Just go to the link in the bio, do the stress reset. That should get it right away. Cellulite. Cellulite's a funny one. I have Lisa. It looks like you're just looking at it right now. It looks like you're younger, and if that's the case, cellulite. I have 23, 25-year-old CrossFit athletes at 8% body fat that have cellulite. It's not cellulite. It's each layer of fascia. It's right now there's chemicals and calcium that's laying in those fascial layers. We can actually see it in x-rays today. It's bizarre. And it looks like cellulite. So first and foremost is get your body hydrated. Do the fascial maneuvers, which the fascial maneuvers break up the layers of fascia with the hydration. And the hydration is not drinking more water, it's getting mineralized. Usually our fascial foundation will get it for you, and then our Power Curve 30. But if you're doing that, you might as well take the fascial flow too, because that's going to help balance your hormones. My hormones keep me not able to lose weight. Okay, it's not your hormones, it's your stress, which is causing your hormones to go fired. So doing the stress reset and the organ reset twice per day, you will lose weight. If your body's in stress, you're never going to lose weight. It doesn't matter what you do. And most people's body's in stress right now. Thyroid function, Hashimoto's, 28-day reset, get the body out of stress 1 time per day. Get the body hydrated, get the GI tract. It's all coming from here. It's no supplement that's going to help you alone. You're going to have to move. 28-day reset. Listen, we have people getting rid of Hashimoto's, rheumatoid arthritis, Graves' disease, reporting to us that they have medical reversals. So again, you can go get those reversals. You can go get the, you can go do the 28-day reset. You'll get the reversals, or you'll get changes in symptomatic. If you reduce the stress in your body every day, your symptoms, no matter what it is going to change. There is no way that that's not possible. So, and everybody wants a simple cure, and the simplest of the cures is reduce the stress. Tiredness from diabetes, well, my belief, you can get rid of your diabetes. Depends on where it is. So tiredness, sugar dysregulation causes hormones, stress hormones to fire. Again, doing the stress reset and the organ reset, hydrating the body, that works. But you have to do it every day. Again, if you're looking for a magic pill, you're not going to get it. Any pylori or anything like that, the 28-day reset usually is going to ferret that out. I would just do that. Hello from Kuwait. Hello again, Faye from Kuwait. We are working on getting over there. Oklahoma. No matter what I do, I still feel stiff in the muscles and joints. So have you, okay, this is for Zay Dynamo. Have you tried the fascial maneuvers yet? So if you've tried the fascial maneuvers, it's a different conversation. If you haven't tried them, just go do the stress reset and the organ reset. How do we get fascia hydrated? What we're missing in today's world right now is we're missing silica. We're getting silica dehydrated by our environment. Geoengineering has barium, gets rid of the body's silica. When the body has deficit in silica, it doesn't absorb minerals. It doesn't absorb minerals, can't hold water. It's really, really simple. Our fascial foundation product will help you with that right away. But I would take the fascial flow, because once the silica is in there with the foundation, it's also cleaning out your small intestines. The fascial flow has 94 of the 102 minerals that the body needs. Each one of those minerals is like a little pathway for water to go. For C-sections, yes, for your children, say I want C-section information for myself and my children, DM us, we'll give you some information. Yes, we are making these available. There's a couple of backlogs from days before we're gonna make available. Can I get rid of the tiredness from diabetes? Absolutely. Fascial maneuvers in a pool, yes, absolutely. Fascial maneuvers work better in water, and they work better when you're fasted. Third day of the fast, it's like you're in water. If you do it in water, absolutely. Especially when you're trying to get movement like this, you get in the water. So I would start off, I like starting off in this much water, going down, and then getting under the water, and then doing my breathing. Every time I do the reset, I have more nerve pain the next day. Okay, tell me, this is a Rakoa. Tell me what kind of nerve pain you have. Tell me if you're just doing the stress reset. Where does it show up? Because it make a big difference. And by the way, if you have nerve pain after doing fascial maneuvers, almost a certain 100% that you're chronically dehydrated in your fascia. You're gonna need the foundation bundle of supplements or something close to that. Have you heard of Probiotics? Yes, I have. Musculoskeletal treatment. It's back to chiropractic Probiotics. Listen, I've used it all, understand it, understand the practice, understand how it works. Not saying it doesn't work, saying it's not the highest way of dealing with your body. Bones, muscles, and tendons live inside fascia. If I move my fascia, they all move. If I move my bones and tendons, the fascia is going to then take them back to that spot. If I restrict my shirt, I try to lift my arm, I have a restriction of my bones, my tendons, and everything. I remove the restriction, I can just move. That's what fascia is. So yes, if you have nothing else in Probiotics, so even when you're going through your releases, if you're really messed up, that works. I worked with one of the guys in where was I? Venice, California. I worked with one of the Probiotic guys in right on Lincoln Boulevard for a while, and it helped me. It helped me at first until I realized that that's not what I needed to do. I came from a world where we were adjusting bones and we were working with muscles. Those always come to an end. They never work long term. For the guys who've been around, you'll see fascial work tends to work and keep on working. Fibromyalgia. Okay, first thing is fibromyalgia comes with early childhood trauma, usually sexual trauma, but not always. Massage therapy is typically going to make it worse, in my opinion, unless your masseuse can do real fascial work. Deep muscle work is going to cause more issues. First of all, to get rid of the symptomatic pain, the foundation bundle of supplements on our website will help you. But the fascial maneuvers, you have to take your body out of stress every single day. And minimum once a day, but twice a day. You do that for 28 days, things change. 28-day reset is where most people with fibromyalgia have their release. Because if you don't get rid of the emotions and you get rid of the pain's going to come back somewhere else greater and worse. Nervous tick, yes, stress and dehydration. So nervous ticks are exacerbated by chronic dehydration of fascia. I get this with kids on the spectrum all the time. We calm down the fascia, hydrate it, calm down the nervous system, and the ticks normally go away. 28-day reset is a good way to do that. Too many. Okay. Hi, I'm new here. What is 28-day reset? You can find it through the link in our bio. 28-day reset is a series of what it was is the practitioner training that we used to train with to re-educate them about fascia, because it doesn't matter what background people have, it doesn't matter how much they know about fascia. If they come in and they think they know fascia, They don't know it the way we teach it. And the way we teach it is to teach about the body being different. We have a different view of how the body works. Oh, fire ants. We have a different view of how the body works. And that different view of how the body works is what informs our practice. And it is substantially different. So, so going through the 28-day reset, you'll learn all about how to work with fascia from our point of view, and you'll learn why the maneuvers work. We see the body as biohydraulic, biophotonic, and bioacoustic. We see the body as pressurized. Pressure moves the body. We also see fascia moving and muscles supporting the movement. Muscles do not move fast enough to support, and I'll show you. Like if you step on a piece of glass, it takes from your foot to your brain through the homunculus and cerebellum back down to your foot. It takes about 1.5 seconds for that signal to go up, to go back down for nerve control and motor control. So what that means, that the way we describe it in science is we say, when I step on glass, it's the peripheral nervous system, which is like a doctor hitting your knee. And I just challenge that. So that's not true, because when I step on something, I move intelligently to safety. I don't just go boing. And that intelligent movement has to be coordinated by something. Now, this is an old theory 12 years ago we were working with, but we hypothesized that the fascia was intelligent and smart. Now we have evidence that it's smart. It has an interstitium, which is a brain. That brain has 100 trillion nerve endings. Your brain has 100 billion nerve endings. That means that saying your brain and your muscles are moving your body is like saying that your watch is controlling the space station. And it just does not make sense. So basically, if you think about it, if you were walking, you a 1/1000 move, that would be muscle skeletal action. But we don't. We move intelligently, and everything is coordinated in that movement. So something had to do that. The interstitium of the brain of the fascia, and it coordinated the movements of the muscles and the skeleton. That's why we say that muscles don't move the body. Muscles don't move fast enough to even respond to stepping on a pebble. So muscles can't be the movers of the body. They have to do something else. And bones don't touch other than the rib cage, the teeth, and the ears. So how could bones be structured? These are like primary principles that change the entire narrative of the human body and human experience. Throat problems, suspected cancer or thyroid. If you suspect cancer, 100% right now, 28-day reset, start intermittent fasting, learning how to, and start 3-day fasting, and then start 7 and 10-day fasting. Instantaneously start doing that. Take the supplements. Don't mess around. Don't even wait for diagnosis. Just start doing it right now. Cancer, like every other disease, once your body's in the proper state, meaning that you're hydrated, the inflammation is down, you're moving it, you're getting breath and oxygen into it, you're eating properly, and you're managing your emotions. There's not a disease on the planet Earth that will persist in that environment. The body's meant to heal itself. We have plenty of evidence of that. Can minerals and silica in nettle tea? Yeah, absolutely, but not enough for today's world. That will help you maintain. But in today's world, you need a lot of silica. You need roughly 600 milligrams of silica in order to just make a dent right now. That's why the diatomaceous earth, you start off with 1 teaspoon, you move to 5 teaspoons per day. Guys, in a normal world, you'd be able to eat everything and balance everything, but it's not a normal world. You're being poisoned every single day. You're breathing all those lines in the skies and all those weird clouds. Barium, strontium, aluminum. I can't even say anymore. It's like, you need more than what you think you need. What supplements can you take to curb hunger and lose weight while dealing with hyperthyroidism and depression? Well, the hunger and the weight is going to come from, the hunger is actually not hunger, especially if you're constantly eating. It's actually the release and it's the medication for the emotions or the release of the emotions. That's where hunger comes from. Food is not a fuel. If food was a fuel, 80% of your energy gets used in the digestion, processing, and elimination. That means it can't be a fuel. That'd be like saying my Prius, I'm braking my Prius and my battery is fully charged because I braked on the way home. It doesn't work that way. So the Foundation Bundle of supplements will help you curb the stress response. It will help your body come back. It'll help your hormones regulate. It'll help depression so that you can move. But you have to move. You have to move your body. So I recommend the 28-day reset. Right shoulder won't rotate without clicking. Super simple to fix. Nine times out of 10, chronic dehydration of fascial tissue. So you're going to need to get diatomaceous earth, Irish sea moss, to start the hydration process. Do the fascial maneuvers. Just start with the upper reset. You can DM us. We'll give you the upper reset. What is self-actualization? It's looking at yourself and reviewing. It's like, if I'm going all day and I'm busy, somebody said something to me, at the end of the day, I stop and I go, oh, that's what they meant. That's what self-realization looks like in practice. Yeah. So self-realization can't happen when we're busy. And when our body's busy working on stuff like stress or trying to fix a problem, we can't self-actualize in our own body. Okay. Do you have to stay on supplements ongoing? Not if you're doing maneuvers and working with yourself. No, we do not believe in long-term supplementation. If you're doing long-term supplementation, that means there's something bigger going. Suggestions for MS. Lots of suggestions. A 28-day reset, intermittent fasting and fasting. Dr. Sebi proved that people with MS could remove it. I think it was the 40th day of the fast or something like that. But most people are not willing to take that. I get a lot of people say, I want to cure my disease, but I don't want to change my habits. Not going to happen. So the reason why we have issues, it's not random. It's even if you have a gene for something, even genetically predisposed for it, it still has to be activated in the environment. So it has to come from emotional dysregulation at some point. Genetics, epigenetics is the environmental expression or toxins on the gene, on the body, which activates the gene. But the environmental issue is like if I'm putting poison in my body now has fear and grief. So my body has fear and grief. Remember, we don't have emotions in our brain. We have emotions in our body. Our brain tells them they're there. Hashimoto's, 28-day reset. Psoriasis. Psoriasis, you might as well go to 28-day reset because you're just moving towards the person before you. It said Hashimoto's. If you don't already have those symptoms, that's the next thing that comes. And then it's rheumatoid arthritis or Graves' disease or something like that. It's progressive. It's just progressively getting worse. So you can resolve that in the 28-day reset. The psoriasis can be handled by the foundation bundle of supplements. Usually works within 3 to 5 days. You'll see results that we put up where it says day 1 and day 7. And you'll see psoriasis going away. But again, that's not a cure. What do you suggest for high levels of cortisol? Get your stress down every day. Stress reset twice a day for 7 days will reduce your cortisol levels in your blood. Do it every day for 28 days. It will significantly impact your cortisol levels, your basic stress, and everything else. Okay, can you help with RA? Yes, you can help yourself with RA. If you go to our website, go to our YouTube, look for Autoimmune Cured podcast, and you'll see Claire. And Claire has, giving her medical report saying that she is cured from rheumatoid arthritis. And the reason why is because she went through the 28-day reset in our Lifestyle Artist program. She just did the movements, took the supplements, everything else worked out. So you can go do that. Where can I find the fascia reset? Through the link in our bio. Okay, Marie Class of Silva, I think, sorry. You want to go live? You have to say, I want to go live because of this. Everybody wants to go live. But I need to know what your issue is. If it's something, if something that can easily be solved, I'm going to point you there. Fascial maneuvers in pool water. Sure, I would stay out of chlorine though. Saline water is much better, not perfect, but better. Cortisol response high, just do the fascial maneuvers, hydrate your body, get the minerals in your body. Irish sea moss and diatomaceous earth. Guys, just get that in your head. There's not a person right now on the planet that probably can't take it. I mean, there's a couple people out there, but right now most people are deficient. If you get a chance to come around us and you touch our skin, like our ears or our arms, it feels like baby soft, everything. The ears are a dead giveaway. And the reason why is because babies have higher silica and lower calcium. And then as we get older, we calcify, which means we get harder. So we don't need to. That's just that's age, but it's not age. It's actually length of time that we're not taking care of our body. Are maneuvers specific for? Yes. For costochondritis. Yes, absolutely. Just DM us. We'll give you some specific ones. multiple surgeries, having major scar tissue, hypermobility. Where can I find the reset? Just go to our website, get in the 20-day, 8-day reset with multiple surgeries, BCS 9195. 28-day reset will get you. Can you show this this reset, please? Yeah, link in the bio. It's a 28-day reset. Where do I find the stress resets? Fascial moves. Okay, link in the bio. You'll get it. They're on our YouTube. They're all free of charge. Plus, in our channel, you'll find hundreds of little hacks and resets as well. Want to go live? What supplements I need to take due to issues I have? I'm sorry. That's Pammy 429. I can already tell you whatever issues you have. Diatomaceous earth, Irish sea moss. If you can do it, the power curt. The supplement conversation is pretty basic. Supplement guide. Follow that through. If you're doing the fascial maneuvers already and you're still having that question, great. If you're not, do the fascial maneuvers. Go do the stress reset every day. If there's something else to it, if you're working on a specific condition, I just don't want to have a supplement talk because that's not going to help anybody. If you're working on a specific condition you're trying to work on, that will help people. Is drinking coffee bad? Not necessarily, but you are firing adrenaline. I don't drink coffee anymore. My body doesn't crave it. The reason why, as soon as my body my adrenals were completely repaired, my energy systems were working, coffee started tasting bad again all overnight. So you do whatever you have to do, but if you get your body out of stress for 28 days, usually coffee will go away. The 28-day program usually takes away the coffee habit. 28-day reset. Go to our website or go to the link in the bio and you can find it. I love my cup of day. Guys, I have drinking 1 to 5 cups of coffee a day since I was like, I don't know, I'm going to say like 21, 22 years old. And I currently have not had coffee in 2 years and I would never go back. But again, this is just because my body's in a different energy position. If I'm working on hormonal energy, which is adrenaline, if that's my primary energy source throughout the day because I've got restriction in my fascia, then I'm going to need that. But eventually you don't need that. Stress reset, you can get it through the link in the bio. Rheumatoid arthritis, 28-day reset. Just go in there. It's going to have chronic dehydration. You're going to have inflammation. Also, rheumatoid arthritis. Yeah, so you should look up the emotional or metaphysical reasons for that. How do I heal keratosis of the eyes, cornea, thin? Working on that. Listen. Here's what I can tell you. Hydrate your body, take the stress out, do the upper reset, which is around the head. People are reducing helping eye conditions. We've had all kinds of reported. I'm still wearing these, but I'm wearing these only for a temporary period of time. I'm wearing these because I'm going through a transition. People see my face change every single day. It's the warp in my face is changing, so I'm not rebuilding the muscles in the eyes until that's done because I don't want to build another pattern. Building a pattern on a dysfunctional body may make me function good, but the second I stop doing it, I'm going to have a problem again. I get confused with all the various resets. There's 28-day, yeah. So in the stress reset is a way that when people if people that aren't willing to do a 28-day reset, what we do is we give them the 15-minute stress reset and the organ reset. That allows them to, this is for Beach Blonde Soul. That allows them to get into it on a 15-minute commitment. But the 28-day reset, you're talking about 45 minutes to an hour a day, committed for 28 days. It's very, very different. You're going to do the maneuvers from the stress reset in there. But I hope that answers your question, Bleach Blonde and Soul. YouTube on Human Garage, yes, thank you for putting that there. Hey, Brighton, UK. Mexico, glad to have you there. And Susan, what helps with anxiety, throat tightness? Feels like throat closing. Usually there's chronic dehydration, but the upper reset, first of all, the vagal nerve, the throat reset, the ear, jaw, head twist, those all work. So just DM us, do upper reset, but you're probably going to need Irish sea moss and diatomaceous earth. Guys, we're also doing a class on, what's the date of the class? What's the date coming up? Yeah,
Sunday, February 26th.
26th, okay, 26th. So Sunday, February 26th is a virtual class. we will be going through these things. And when you get in a virtual class, you're going to feel it's much different. The energy is way more pronounced than it is if you are doing it by yourself. People that have been doing practice for a while come into a virtual class and they go, whoa, that just knocked me out in a good way. You may be tired of repeating yourself each day, but hearing it again is so helpful. Thank you, Mom25 Sweets. Love that. Yeah, I'm not tired of repeating it. I'm just tired of when people don't try to help themselves. So the ones that are helping themselves, great. The ones who just keep asking. I have some people that will ask me the same question in DMs. They'll ask me the same question over the course of 2 years, and they'll never do the work that I recommend, and they keep asking the question, and I see that. Dr. Christine, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. What kind of doctor are you? Minnesota snowstorm. Yeah, from Minnesota, eh? Don't you know? Minnesotans are Canadians. You know there's a part of Minnesota that's actually in Canada? You actually have to drive to the border to get to. Do you have to take supplements ongoing? No. No, as a matter of fact, you should not take supplements ongoing ever. Hand tremors and Parkinson's. 28-day reset right now. I'm going to tell you, intermittent fasting, start 3-day fasting, start 7-day fasting. Dr. Sebi had it. Fasting will get this stuff out. Oh, look at, we got people working together in Kuwait. Thank you. I love that. Thank you for helping everyone. Appreciate that. Can't get rid of my belly. Steady my hormones levels is normal. Okay. So what happened for me is I had that for quite some time, and I was trying to figure out why it was. And babies have bellies, right? Their spine, if there's too much compression in the spine, a lot of fear over a long time, it compresses the spine, pushes the belly out, even if you're skinny. So that's usually the 45-minute class, doing that 3 times, 45-minute full body reset, doing that 2 to 3 times a week, do the stress reset in between. We'll usually get rid of that. I think that's what's probably off, unless you really got a punch. And even then, like I said, usually when you straighten out, you get a posture, and usually you're going to be like this. If you're like that from the side, that's what it is. But when you stand up straight, pull it back in, it usually goes away. And especially, I said, if you're skinny. So, do you have the pelvic maneuver on YouTube? Yeah, which one? I think for pelvic floor issues, it's called lower reset. You can DM us. It's a combination of maneuvers. But specifically, it is the 15-minute stress reset, the psoas release, the hip release, the belly button torque, and the fascial organ reset. That is the combination. Any info on mold toxicities and Hashimoto's? Okay, so mold toxicity and Hashimoto's is the symptoms are going to cross. Mold toxicity is going to give you all these symptoms of Hashimoto's. May or may not even know that you have Hashimoto's. If you have mold toxicity in your body, the other diagnoses aren't going to make sense because it's going to make it look like you have other things. So first and foremost, 28-day reset is super powerful. The supplements are an absolute must. You have to have diatomaceous earth and Irish sea moss. The reason why the Power Kirk 30 works is it's going to allow those layers of fascia to open up so you get the friction and you start getting fluid to detox the mold toxicity out of there. Throat tightness, feels like throat closing. Here's one for throat tightness right away. So do it with me. Take the skin, pull it down. Okay. Take the other, and I'm locked here. Okay. Tightness, I can feel it going right up into here. Actually, really, really tight up into here. So I take the other one about 1 inch up, pull it apart. So pull up, this, and squat. Look up, move around, breathe. Come up, move your neck around. But you're going to want to do the stress reset with anti-gravity and stuff like that. That'll open up the throat and the vocal cords. It'll take a yahoo like me who couldn't sing and makes me sing. I can sing fantastic now. I'm not professional, but I can sing better than the shower. Big toe has been numb on one foot left for the past 2 years. Okay. Spider veins also. So there's going to be chronic dehydration of the fascial tissue. You're going to need to do the lower reset 1 to 2 times per day, and the sprinter routine number 1, barefoot sprinter routine. So DM us, you can get that out of there. You should be able to get the toe numbing gone, and the spider veins, they'll go away. Like Cynthia's have been going away. She had a massive, her leg was turning blue because of had a blood clot after pregnancy. Swollen lymph nodes on the neck. Yes, I do. It's called upper reset, but if you have swollen lymph nodes, it means, in my opinion, that the layers of fascia are contracted, they're dehydrated. That's why the lymph can't move properly. Lymph needs movement. And if everything's really tight and you don't move, the lymph's not getting movement. It needs movement. When you breathe, this is all moving even just when I breathe. And that you can feel movement all through my body when I breathe. That's what it needs, in movement. So, but you're going to need to get rid of the dehydration. What maneuvers fit for? Okay, so with costochondritis, man, I can't say the words anymore. The diagnosis is okay. Yes, upper reset. Just DM us with upper reset, but you're going to need the supplements as well. Thanks for answering Alphabiotics. Hey, like I said, it helped me. Turn the neck. It's a great way. I actually show people when they're helping other people. That's an easy way to do it. You don't need a lot of skill to do it, to be honest with you. I know they build a whole program around it, but you can soften. You don't have to jerk the neck too. You can turn it slowly, distract it, hold it, breathe, like stretch the neck, breathe. It'll actually just come back into place without the jerk. Fibromyalgia, nerve pain all over the body. It's not nerve pain. It's going to be fascial pain. It's pretty much impossible to have nerve pain all over your body, but fascia feels like nerve pain. It feels like tingly, burning, numbing sensation. You can get that all the time. My hands went into level 10 pain, and I thought it was nerve pain right before I closed the clinic. I had every form of doctor looking at it, trying to figure it out, and nothing made sense. So I had to realize that it was something other than nerve pain, and that's when I realized that fascia, the meridians, their pain is real. Our supplements will help you right away. Do the 28-day reset. If you're at that stage, don't mess around. I've received a lot of myofascial release from therapists. Great. You know what release feels like, but myofascial release is not going to help you long-term in your body. It'll help you get through something. So fascial maneuvers lets your body reorganize the fascia. There's no way that my brain's smarter than your body, and I'm really good at myofascial release. But I'm going to tell you right now that doing a fascial maneuver and me assisting you through that is going to get you a better result than me working as a practitioner to fix you on a table. That's why we don't do tables anymore. Please don't use the word masseuse. It is massage therapist. Well, it depends on what part of the world you're in, because if you go to France, they're not going to be called a massage therapist. If you go into different parts of the world, those names. So let's be a little bit more open to the fact that people use words, and if we're pointing at people using words, it's because there's a little bit of anger in there. Just saying, man, I want to help you out. And if you are a therapist and you got that anger, you're transferring it to your clients. So please, please, please think about that. My partner has very strong sciatic pain. Any tips? NSA practitioner. Yeah. Okay. So if you have sciatic nerve issues, it's going to be, and it's been going on for a while. If you can go to a chiropractor or a therapist, a PT, and it's not done in a month, okay, you're going to most likely have dehydration of the fascial tissues. So grab diatomaceous earth, Irish sea moss, start adding that to that. There's a movement process called the lower reset, and since you're going to a practitioner, NSA, NSA is the closest thing that I would say which is true fascial energy integration. Again, it's the application. The application is, it doesn't matter how good the therapy is. If I have to come to you to get it done, that means that my nervous system believes I need somebody external, something external to me to fix me. When I can do it and get out of pain in my own hand, my nervous system starts to calm down. And this is the biggest thing. It overrides every form of treatment in the world. That's why we're teaching you how to help yourself. Any help with foot pain? Yeah, lower reset and barefoot sprinter routine number 1. Depending on what kind of foot pain you have, most likely is going to be chronic dehydration of fascial tissue. How long does it take with DE and Irish to dehydration? Depending on how bad it is. Anywhere from 1 to 6 months. And the reason why I say that is that people have been chronically dehydrated for 20 years. You want to get rid of it in a couple weeks. Not going to happen. It'll get better. You'll feel better constantly, but you'll have new feeling betters all the time. And again, you got to do the fascial maneuvers. The maneuvers, this is what's breaking up the fascial layers, allowing hydration to get in there, because those tissues are like this and they need that friction in order to move for the hydration to get back in. Neuropathy in forearm and hands from near fatal fall, cervical vertebrae. Okay, that's Marge D8. DM us, but it's upper reset. It's going to be the foundation bundle supplements that will get you out of that acute issue right away. Upper reset, ask for that foundation bundle supplement. Participate on my podcast. If you have a podcast and you want us to participate, we have a media request page. Please get on there. We have many people to do podcasts. I can't do them all. We get thousands of requests. So we will get somebody on your podcast as long as it's within our genre, or as long as it's aligns with our values. So hit our media request page. And Portugal, stop working if you're in Portugal. Portuguese, on weekends, my friends who are Portuguese, they always work. So take a break. No, but we're looking at coming over there too. I have both carpal tunnel and something similar to RA in my hands. Okay, so you've got a wrist release. I'll do it with you right now. Let's see how it feels. And this is for male art model. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do it. So take here, grab here. What you're going to do is grab and turn the skin. Turn the hand opposite, so it's really, really tight. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push the hand out and pull the arm back, and then I'm going to flex my hand slowly. And then I'm going to move in different positions and breathe. Overhead, I go down on my knee and push like this so I get more tension, more stretch. Okay, I got one arm done. Feel that sucker. Ooh, see my whole shoulder and hips loose. I didn't do this morning. I normally do this morning every day because I use my arms a lot, use my hands a lot. Go down, pull it down, twist, turn, push through it. Works really good. Squat, move around different angles. You can do it as long as you want. Oh, that feels good. Also that'll help with carpal tunnel. But if you have carpal tunnel syndrome and RA symptoms in your hands, in my opinion, chronically dehydrated, get the foundation bottle of supplements. You should be able to do that right away. Since you're a male model, hopefully you're working and you can afford it. If not, diatomaceous earth you can get locally. That's your starting point, super inexpensive. That will help hydrate the fascia properly for, it looks architecture. Architecture Tracy, yeah, hydrate the fascia. Diatomaceous earth, Irish sea moss, those are the best. If you can't get Irish sea moss, Shilajit minerals. If you can't get Shilajit, trace minerals or whatever you can get. Treatment for PCOS, yes, 28-day reset. People with PCOS report no symptoms or virtually no symptoms within 1 month. Most of them by 3 months, reporting reversals. Again, it's not us, it's them telling us. IT band issues. IT band never gets tight. But your gallbladder gets tight. Are you a Scorpio, Scorpio moon, or Scorpio rising? That's most common for Scorpios. Gallbladder goes from here. You might have headaches or shoulder tension up there. It goes down around the back, down the rib cage, all the way down to the little toe. If you squeeze that little toe and it's really sore in between the little toe and the fourth toe, if you squeeze in there about 1 inch up from where the toes separate and it's sore, means you've got a gallbladder issue going on and you need to do some work. So the lower reset, and you're going to need hydration support. If you're dealing with IT band issues, most likely you're going to need hydration support. And I would recommend the Foundation Bundle supplements because usually once we get to IT band, it's super, super tight. That means the liver's locked up too. 28-day reset is what I recommend, but you can do those other things first and see how they work. Desk job. Sit and do fascial maneuvers. Let's do it right now. Okay. Let's take a look at what a fascial maneuver looks like sitting. Okay, for all you people sitting, listening to me, not doing the work that you're supposed to be doing anyways. Okay, let's take a look. Let's get a little bit of maneuvering going on here. Okay, so if you can't cross everything, you can cross your ankles, that's good, and you can cross your arms, good. That's all you have to do to fascial maneuvers, turn the head, turn the body. That's as hard as it is, so you can be done by a 3-year-old all the way up to a 103-year-old or even more. I like to cross this. This is super powerful. It's not just for sitting at a desk, but if I'm sitting here, right leg over, right arm underneath left armpit, left arm on top, head to left, body to the right. Pulling in your spine, squeezing up your sex organs. Put your tongue in your left cheek and breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now drop your tongue, purse your lips, draw air in and hold it. Like blowing up a balloon. More. More. Turn a bit more. Get a good squeeze and exhale. Breathe in again. More. More. Turn a bit more. Squeeze. Get a good exhale. We're doing seated fascial maneuvers for you just joining. Breathe in again. More. More. Turn and exhale. In through the nose, now through the mouth 6 times. Let's go a little faster. And for all you yogis who have good balance and stuff like that, you can actually get that ankle under there, get that toe wrapped around, give you even more. Again, in through the nose, not to the mouth. 4 more times. Okay, slowly turn the body to the left, head to the right, put the tongue in the cheek. Breathe in 6 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Drop the tongue, purse the lips, breathe air in and hold it. More. More. Exhale. Breathe in again. More. More. Exhale. One more time. More. More. Exhale. In through the nose and out to the mouth. Breathe in. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Awesome. Get up and move, and you can do that on the other side as well. That is simply the easiest way to reduce stress in the office place. I'm going to go over here now. Get out of the sun. So that works right away. I've got some water in the background for those guys who haven't seen it. Here's our fish pond. It's going to be for aquaponics. So the fish leave their little turdies and they are going to absolutely going to fertilize our food. We are not teaching CEU classes. We haven't registered for any. We were thinking about it maybe happen in the future. I don't believe that the organizations that govern you are going to be around in the next 5 years or even 3 years the way that they are today. I believe that the system is dysfunctional and that the entire system is going to collapse. So I'm planning to teach people how to help themselves and help others, and teach therapists how to help people. We do that free of charge. You can go online. You'll be able to go all the way up to an advanced therapist online by the end of this year, and complete details and everything you want. You'll never have to even see me to take a course. I want you to take a course because you want the education, not because you need a credit. Now, if you can get a credit for it, that's good, but that's what I want. Throat cancer. So throat cancer, sorry, best moves to, okay, well, this one here, we're talking about the vagus nerve reset. These are all in the upper reset process. So DM us, give us upper reset. If you're in chemo, let it, oh, you're doing it through chemo. I would take our supplements through chemo. That's what I would do for me. Because chemo is dehydrating the body. It's because the body's dehydrated, it causes internal inflammation. It's a messy bunch. That's what I would do. How to cure menstrual migraines? Oh, usually those are pretty easy, to be honest with you. We have a lower reset. You start right before you start to menstruate, and then you alternate that with the upper reset. Usually the migraines will go away. If it doesn't go away after 1 day of doing that, then those 2 resets, like day 1 lower reset, day 2 upper reset, which we'll DM you, if you DM us, we'll give you, then it's going to be to do with hydration and chronic dehydration. More in the fascial hydration. Okay, I think we've talked about it a lot, but basically it's not just fascial hydration, it's your entire body. But fascia is going to consume the most amount of water in your body generally. And fascia uses water and pressure to move. If you want to see what it looks like, go Google fascia magnified 25 times. If you Google that, what you're going to see is you're going to see water tubelets expanding and contracting, creating pressure. That water, if we're dehydrated even slightly, the fascia doesn't move properly. So to hydrate the fascia, you need silica. Without silica, the body can't absorb the minerals. Our silica is being depleted by the environment right now. So that's why you need it. DM us, we will tell you about our hydration protocol and why. If you also go to the link in the bio, you can get our supplement guide. It'll explain it in there. Lifting weights, good or bad for fascia in women? Yeah, I don't know what to say about this one because I chose not to lift weights anymore. And I haven't done anything but fascial maneuvers, but it's starting to get back. I'm starting to my body's changing now. I haven't lifted weights. I haven't done a sit-up or a crunch. I haven't done anything. I'm just letting my body naturally acclimate. I right now, most people are restricted. The people who look ripped in their body, they're typically very dehydrated in their fascia and they have very bad hormone regulation. It's not just my opinion. You can ask any doctor who's worked with functional medicine and lots of athletes. So I do not see that as a healthy lifestyle. And lifting weights, I agree with lifting kettlebells. I agree with lifting sacks and balls. I don't agree with grabbing handles and pulling or turning because that restricts the motion and the range of motion of the shoulder and the arms and the elbows, which is why we have all the problems later on. Look at, I'm an old bodybuilder. For those of you guys who are in our app, you can actually see pictures of me. I mean, I was like 230 most of my life, and I was jacked. And it's taken me the last 12 years to get unjacked purposely, like literally with the intent of getting unjacked. So I'm just doing it a different way. I don't believe in weight training the way it's done, but I do believe in moving with weight and natural weight the best that you can. And guys, I know there's people out there. This is your life. As you get older, take a look at the people that have gone before you. Like, take a look at Arnold and Sylvester Stallone. They were one generation above me, before me in bodybuilding, like not even a full generation. And if you take a look at those people, look at Ronnie Coleman and guys like that, they are like busted down, broken, don't look good, look like worn out leather. I don't want to be that way. And if I continue the behaviors that they set me on, I'm going to be that way. That's a big one, guys. I'm really changing my whole view. And if, for those of you guys who've been following, look at my body, look at my face. Look at my whole life has changed. I would never go back, but again, people have to learn their own way. Hamstrings get super tight every time I finish a run. Yeah, that means that you're chronically dehydrated usually. Number one is before you run, do the barefoot sprinter warm-ups. There's 1 through 5, I think, on our YouTube, and do the stress reset before you run. You'll get into the zone, you'll run better, and then quickly after your run, just do totally twisted and anti-gravity to warm down, and you will be good as gold. If you guys want to go live, I'm open to go live, but I need to see or hear why you want to go live. I need you to say, I want to go live because I have this issue. I'm not going to go live unless I have some sort of idea that what I'm talking about. What does one do when you have high cholesterol due to genetics? Medication, dehydrate, okay. You do not have high cholesterol due to genetics. False statement. Epigenetics prove that. And the world is still not even there, and that's 30-year-old science. And now we're saying epigenetics. It's the expression or the environmental stressors that cause the gene to dysregulate. And then we're now finding out it's not just the environmental stressors, it's how I feel emotionally about it. So emotional genetics is coming up. I do not buy any genetic argument. If you reduce the stress twice per day, the genetic argument goes away. Fibromyalgia, go to 28-day reset. PCOS, go to 28-day reset. Frozen shoulder treatment. Start off, frozen shoulder, you're going to have chronic dehydration of fascial tissue. The foundation bundle of supplements will get you out. Do the upper reset you can DM us with, but the partnered fascial maneuvers, get somebody to partner with you to do it. They don't need to be experts. They just need to hold you, and you need to work around. That will help you with your frozen shoulder the fastest. Frozen shoulder ruining my life. Whoa. By the way, the frozen shoulder is shoulder on the right side is carrying the weight of people in this world physically, emotionally. The male weight or energy in this world. Left one is the emotional, spiritual side. So shoulder is you're carrying the weight of other people. You got to get rid of that first. ADHD and a 22-year-old son is that's for. It looks like Sorry, I'm reading. It's. Is that like a turquoise? It looks like turquoise 07. ADHD, I do not believe in that diagnosis at all. I believe that when the nervous system is disrupted, the body can't process and think. Chemicals are the number one reason, but if there's a C-section involved, do the C-section release. Get your son the foundation bundle of supplements, have him do the stress reset twice a day. ADHD tends to go away in my experience. Lower reset for sciatica, yes. But if you guys have a sciatica pain, if it truly is a nerve pain, the reason why a simple movement and rebalancing hips doesn't work is because those nerves go through fascia. And fascia is dehydrated, contracted because of anxiety, depression, or dehydrated, then the nerve going through it, it flosses. It doesn't floss, it starts to rub, and that's where you're going to get pain from. Intense heartburn, no matter of the diet, that's to do with the stress, number one. It's to do with dysregulation of your organs. Do your lower reset twice a day. That will go away within a short period of time. Yeah, ADHD. Literally do stress reset, organ reset twice a day. Hydrate your body. It goes away, in my opinion. Stretching time. Okay. What else here? What helps with bloating? You can do the lower reset, but one of the best ones for bloating, it's super easy to do. And bloating is, again, super, super simple. So when you start to bloat, usually on the right side, this is my right side. This is my ileocincal valve. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, here's my belly button, go right, go down 2 inches, pull the skin up like this, stretch it up, and then stretch with my left foot and lean back and breathe. 6 breaths. Again. Okay, once you've done that, you're going to do the other side. I'm going to do them both really quick here because I did one, I'm going to do the other. And breathe. You don't have to breathe slow. I mean, I'm just getting it done here for you to show you, but breathing slower, you're going to get a better result. But even just doing it, you're going to get a result. Okay, opinion on celiac disease. Don't believe in celiac disease. I believe you can diagnose it, but I have all these people that have supposedly celiac disease. They go to Europe and they can eat pasta and wheat, and we're talking like major figures, celebrities that you know of. And so why is that? It's glyphosate is the issue. Get the glyphosate out of your life. Go through the 28-day reset. I think you'll find a very, very different issue at the end of that 28 days, or at least significant change in your body's response. And we also have some things. BioOptimizer has gluten guard. It has a proteolytic enzyme that goes in it, and it literally attacks the inflammation path that reacts to gluten. Super powerful. Should we take turmeric? Yeah, for what though? I mean, I love turmeric as a spice. I love to add it into my food, but if you're trying to deal with an acute issue, curcumin is the anti-inflammatory part of it. And curcumin, even if it's the best in the world, even if it's thorn or whatever else, it's 85 or 90% standardized. It does not mean that you get the third curcuminoid in there, which is the scientifically proven anti-inflammatory. The PowerCurc 30, one of our tablets is equal to 100 of the competitors. Our ORAC rating is 500,000. The competitors is 9,500. I just got some diatomaceous earth. How much should I take to begin? So you start off with 1 teaspoon per day. Try 2 teaspoons the next day if you don't have any reaction. If you go too far, you'll feel pain here, or here, like a headache. Sometimes a little nausea. It works really, really fast. And get up to 5 teaspoons per day. Do you have anything to treat hair loss? Yes, actually our foundation bundle of supplements do start to work on hair loss. Cynthia and a lot of the women that were losing hair as they were getting older, and also graying has gone away. But we have a hair loss product that actually is a hair treatment that's been clinically trialed and works, and it's coming out in a couple months. Probably, realistically, I'm gonna say 3 months, just at the way things go, because I always say it's early and it's never there. Love what you're doing, want to learn how to help others. Start off by going in, and this is the male art model, awesome. Go in and do the 28-day reset. That's actually where you learn how this all works. And if you learn on you, you can help anybody. If you learn by education, you have to learn and memorize stuff. But if you've done it on you, you can help anybody because you have your experience. Info on chronic tinnitus. Tinnitus is a tough one. DM us. I've gone into this almost every day. Tinnitus is sometimes the easiest thing to solve and sometimes the hardest thing to solve. So just DM us. We'll give you some information on that. Lyme disease. Bacteria causing stuck fascia. Okay. I don't think it's your bacteria causing your stuck fascia. Lyme disease, I do not believe in the diagnosis anymore. You can choose to diagnose yourself or label yourself however you want. What I find that is if you reduce the stress daily, hydrate the body, take the inflammation out, and work on the emotions, that the diagnosis seems to go away within 1 to 3 months. 28-day reset. The people that have been reporting cured from Lyme disease have been going through the 28-day reset. That's what they tell us. Again, I'm not promoting, I'm not saying it'll cure anything, I'm saying that's what people tell us. I have a mesh repair for umbilical hernia. Oh, okay, that's making more sense, okay. There's a partnered belly button release, and we do it with the finger in the belly button. Have somebody do it with a flat hand. This will help the mesh layers of the umbilicus and all the fascial layers around it. It'll help them integrate better. That one will really help you. Also, the psoas release is a daily one that will help. Body weight or resistance exercises. Yeah, bar and Pilates. Okay, anytime you take a specific aspect of your body and try to work it. If you notice, people do a lot of Pilates. Notice they have a rolled in shoulders and a strained neck and strain there. And I'm just talking, I've been fixing people from the world's best in each one of these. Bar technique, you're gonna have upper neck issues, and you're gonna have lower sacrum issues, and lower back issues. So I believe in moving the body naturally and letting the body's shape naturally occur. I do not believe in trying to accelerate or enhance a particular part of the body anymore. And I'm coming from the bodybuilding world and sculpting world, so I'm just telling you that this is now at 54 years with a lot of experience saying, what would I do differently? That's what I would do differently. Yes, I'm 72 in yoga, twisting from rolling, I do not promote foam rolling anymore. But you can what you'll find is that, well, let me say this, okay. If you know what you're doing and you're really good at it, foam rolling has a benefit because you can pin fascia and move. But I believe that most people are just doing it wrong, and I've tried to get people to do it right even when I'm teaching them, and they don't do it right. So that's why, if it's something that's not going to be done right consistently, then I wouldn't do it. How do we lose weight and lean, healthy way. Just reduce the stress every day. Yeah, so hydration and stress. So dehydration is the most common, and stress is the most common cause of stuck weight. So our lower reset every day, if you did that and you took the foundation bundle of supplements, that would work, or at least diatomaceous earth and Irish sea moss. You guys hear me saying that all over. What to do for Raynaud's 28-day reset. Wouldn't mess around. Get in there. People are reversing Raynaud's, rheumatoid arthritis, Graves' disease, all in that reset all by themselves. Hey, Kettle Buddha. Yeah, my face has changed, hasn't it? It's like changed in the last week. That nosy thing here, see, it's a little bit crooked because I've been moving this, and this is still moving this way. But the nose are straightened out. You notice my nose is a little crooked, more crooked than it was, let's say, a week ago. Yeah, everything's moving, everything's shifting, more elasticity. If I don't do my face every day, when you see a video and you can see deep lines, it's because I work on my face every day. And then when I don't work it out for 3 days, all the collagen starts to fill back in. But I'm moving stuff every day. So because I am at what I consider to be almost my final release of my musculoskeletal system. It means that I have incredible ranges of motion. I mean, incredible ranges of motion. I had a guy here trying to arm bar me. He dislocated my arm. I just walked around. I can put my leg over my head without even thinking about it. So, and these are things that I couldn't even do a year ago. So, and again, I don't practice this stuff. These are just natural after getting the fascial release. Grand mal seizure, upper reset, our foundation bundle of supplements for grand mal seizure, and that's for Gigi Keast. Tinnitus, chronic health. Yes, just DM us. We'll give you some stuff on tinnitus, but chronic dehydration almost always involved. Go live with my whole right side, top of head to bottom of foot, pain in different areas. Okay, Maldon, have you, so it's Catherine, have you done any of the fascial maneuvers yet? If you haven't done the fascial maneuvers yet, I need you to go and do the stress reset, or DM us and do the upper reset and lower reset and rotate those, because those issues should go away within a period of, well, you should notice the difference within 7 days. So I'm going to get you to do that first, because that issue is pretty easily solved just by doing the maneuvers. So do upper reset, lower reset, and then come back to me. If it's not done in a week, I'll personally bring you up and help you. If my right shoulder chronically locks up, I'm carrying other people's spiritual issues. No, you're doing too much for people in the physical world. You're holding the emotions of people in this world. So if your right shoulder is locked up, your left hip is locked up. One of the great movements for that is swinger. Shoulder and hip, swinger both sides. Do the 45-minute class. Do that twice a week or 3 times a week, like going to the gym. And do the upper and lower reset in between. Again, DM us. We'll have this on our website soon in a database that you can work through. Constantly clenched. If you're constantly clenched, tense neck, okay, do our upper reset twice a day, even once a day. It'll change that. But the constant clenching means that you're going to have nervous system tension, which usually means you have dehydration in your fascia. So the foundation bundle of supplements, the upper reset. One of the best ones is, let's do it with right now. Thumb in the ear. You're going to crank. So see, I'm not just cranking the ear like this. I got my thumb in there so it cranks. I feel it going up to the jaw and that. So crank it really, really tight. Okay, do it with me on both ones. Oh man, holy crap, this ear has got something inside bugging me today. It's all this change is going on. Okay, open and close 3 times. Look up, open and close 3 times. Chin to chest, open and close 3 times. Look up to your right, open and close 3 times. Look up to your left. Do it back and forth 3 times. Feel that. Do that before you sleep. With the organ reset, you'll sleep way better. Have gigantic bone spur removed, have pain from and limping now. Where's the bone spur? Is it on your foot, on your back, on your neck, shoulder, hip? Can you talk about coughing and allergies, please? How to maintain, okay. Pain in muscles from coughing. Okay, that sounds like that's Isra. Israel, sounds like you got chronic dehydration in my opinion. I would take the foundation bundle of supplements. I would do the upper reset 1 time per day minimum. You can DM us, we'll give that to you. It should work. If that's not completely changed within 2 weeks to 3 weeks, then DM us back and we'll give you some more, but that usually you can get rid of. Severe dairy allergy, I don't believe Cairo said, dairy allergy, get your nervous system tension down, get the stress out of your body, allergies go away. I had a dairy allergy my whole life and it went away. Cairo said L5S1 sciatic issue, major pain, shooting. Okay, great. If he hasn't resolved it, if it's not completely gone in 2 weeks, then, well, right now, DM us and do the lower reset. And if you do the lower reset right now, that should help you. But if you're with a practitioner and an issue like that's not going away in 2 weeks or 4 weeks at the most, you got to take some matters into your own hands. There's going to be, again, with nerve issues, I'm almost always finding it to do with chronic dehydration of the fascia. Again, nerves travel through the fascia. If the fascia is dehydrated or contracted, you're going to feel it in your nerve. Yeah, glyphosate, man, we know some stuff about it that we're not saying right now because it's not worth getting our channels taken down and censored just to say this stuff. But when you get in our inner circle, we'll tell you. Download our supplement guide. We'll tell you some stuff in there. What can I do with Raynaud's? Raynaud's 28-day reset right now. Don't mess around with it. It gets worse. It doesn't get better. Take the 28 days. Take the next 3 months. Focus on you. Don't wait for this, man. If you're already at the Raynaud stage, don't wait. Just do the 28-day reset. Plan on doing it for 3 months. And just change your life. Like, I have people all the time, they're like, yeah, I want to get rid of this, but I don't want to change my behavior. I don't want to change my life. Well, then pain isn't bad enough. There's a simple rule. When the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of change, human beings change. So if you're not willing to make the change, then come back and see me when you're in enough pain. You'll make the change then. Didn't have indigestion. So didn't have indigestion. Yeah, take more DE then. You can go up. Like DE, I can take a tablespoon of DE. It doesn't really bother me because what bothers you is that it's rapidly detoxing and clearing out. It will clear out. It exfoliates inside of the small intestines. It'll clear out parasites. Those parasites are going to fight back. So that's what you're feeling is parasites going, I'm having a war down here with you. Tips for lower back hernia. Lower back hernias. If you have a lower back herniation, immediately do the lower reset, but you're going to need hydration support. Foundation bundle supplements will help you right away. If you can't afford those or can't get those in an area, diatomaceous earth and minerals. Irish sea moss is the best one. You can DM us, we'll give you the lower reset. 28-day reset is free of charge. Yes, all of our programs, including up to learning it from a practitioner, will always be free of charge. We want to make them accessible. The majority of the world can't afford it. So how we make money today is we sell some supplements. Supplements aren't enough. We have partners. The partners and the revenue is starting to build. Like a year ago, we were literally scraping down with food sometimes on weeks where we didn't have enough food in order to sustain us. But this year, it's better. And your guys' contributions, people who do donate to us, people who come to a class, those all support us. People who buy a supplement help us create more videos and help us get out there more. Now, we have a class on this Sunday coming up. Go to the event section of our website, and you can sign up for the class or the link in the bio. The class is where we teach and we give you the chance to ask questions there too. It's super powerful. Okay. Let's see. Disc herniation, lower back, lower reset, hydration, inflammation support are... Yes, Kettle Buddha. Why don't you do some videos on functional movements with fascia, collaborate them with us, and we'll put them up there. Make sure they're all in rotation, and I know you're really good at it. So I'd say here's some things that I do to help my fascia, because you can build strength in the fascia, especially slow. Like if you're doing a movement, you go. But if you're going slow and you move slowly while you're doing kettlebells, you're completely working fascia. If you jerk, you're working muscles. And not that it's wrong, but if you move slowly, you're going to have a much broader range of power and support in your muscle movements. What about unbalanced yeast in the gut causing lymph node issue? 28-day reset. You just said it, lymph node issue. You got other stuff going on. It's not just the yeast in your gut. Get to the 28-day reset, Joan. Do not mess around. Yes. How do you get support for longer fasts? There are support groups that do this. We will be putting one up at some point. Right now, we just don't have the bandwidth. We're still trying to offer enough support for fascial maneuvers. But longer fast, in our community, if you asked people that wanted to fast in our community portal, you'd probably get a couple dozen people that want to do that. There's some people that are really good at it. I regularly do 5 days. I regularly do 10 days. For the most part of the last year, I've only limited it to 5 to 10 days, but then I'll go like 2 to 3 weeks where I'm still technically fasting in what the world says. I'll do just juices or light soups or something like that. And I'm at the stage now where when I fast, I don't lose that much weight. Like for me, it's hard to tell that I'm actually fasting. You can't really see it because I don't get dehydrated anymore. My body got used to it. Say that 4 weeks of power kirk and 0 flares. My inflammation, gout in my ankles. Thank you for saying that. I'll take a screenshot of that. Let's see, how do I do it? I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna get a screenshot. Oh, everybody. Good, I'm putting that up on the wall. Thank you, or on the story. Appreciate that. Appreciate you saying that. Yes, yeah, Power Kirk works fantastic. Listen, guys, if I could tell you what it really does, you can go read the science on it if you want, and we'll give that to you if you DM us. But if I could tell you honestly what it really does, you would be shocked. But I can't say it. I'm just not allowed to say that. Well, not allowed to say it yet, but that's changing. Wait till we can say it. Haven't worked out in 3 months. Haven't lost much muscle. Fascial maneuvers. Wow, thanks you for Kettle Buddha for saying that. My daughter's on antibiotic for 4th time. Okay, it's not working. Each time one session ends, starts to experience headaches, fatigue, sore throat. Yeah, listen, I did that as a kid. It's messed me up for dozens of years. Josie, get your daughter on the 28-day reset right now. Don't mess around. I literally, my whole life, I've had canker sores. I've had issues and throat sores and all kinds of crap from the antibiotics. Over four courses of antibiotics, it makes a significant difference in your nervous system. Get rid of that right now. 28-day reset, do it with her. Usually regular, but no pain, 3 months. Okay. Surgery years ago, was left with paralysis, eye mesh. Any hope to be able to work? Paralysis, yeah, and eye muscles. Yeah, send me a note on that. And that's Alina, I think it is. Send me a note on that one about the paralysis and the eye surgery. I'll tell you what to do. Asymmetric, half body, lower right side. Yes, just do the fascial maneuvers. The body will start to be more symmetrical. Hallux limitus on big toe. They say surgery only option. So do the lower reset and do the barefoot sprinter routine number 1 and number 2. Do that for a couple of days. Get the hydration support and the inflammation support. This is metamorphize, and get the hydration support, the inflammation. Get the foundation bundle of supplements. Do the actual barefoot sprinter routines that will open up the meridians going into the foot. That'll tell you if you get any change in that at all, you'll know that, and within the first 2 to 3 weeks, you'll know that you can actually do it yourself. There's a point in time where the body, it's just the amount of input to get the body to move. Sometimes it's just gone too far, but usually I find that you can get through it. It's determination. Shoulder pains, I'm only 28. Yeah, that's super easy. First of all, if you're 28, you're chronically dehydrated in your fascial tissue. Every single person under 35 that I've tested, 100% of them are chronically dehydrated. I've never had one yet. Now, they might be out there, but I haven't had it. So our foundation bundle of supplements will help, but get our upper and lower resets, do those daily, it'll go away. Pain in hip flexors connected to adductor pain, one side, 40 years old. I'm going to say that's probably to do with your stomach, probably be gym and basketball 2 to 3 times a week. You probably got chronic dehydration of the fascial tissue. The stomach meridian goes right down through here, down into the leg. Also makes a tight quad. on that side. If there's a tight quad on that side, that's what it is. Almost certainly chronic dehydration, but do the lower reset 1 to 2 times per day. That should go away. Do it before you train, do it after you train or after you play. Bunion on one foot. Yeah, you're gonna need the hip. The reason why you get a bunion on one foot is because here's your foot normal. If your hips are off, then your foot goes like this. So one toe pushes in. So you're gonna have to get your hip, your shoulders and all that. So you're gonna wanna do the 45-minute full program twice a week. You're gonna wanna do the lower reset as a minimum every single day. So 45-minute full body reset and the lower reset. Most likely you're going to need inflammation support and hydration support. So the foundation bundle of supplements, because once you're there, if the bunion's already calcified, there's not much you can do about it. If it's still in that stage where it's not moving, but it's not calcified, it's not a bone yet, you can actually keep moving it out and get rid of it. Always feeling cold in my hands and feet, and sometimes cold, over cold. Yeah, okay, that's just do the 28-day reset. That's rhythm and radiance. You've got some small intestine issues, autoimmune issues sorting up usually is what causes that, in my opinion. I'm getting good at saying in my opinion what I believe, because there are still some people out there that want to pick on words. Achilles pain after a gigantic barefoot sprinter release. Okay, yeah, so a bone spur removed. Okay, you're going to need the supplements, the foundation bundle of supplements, or at least the diatomaceous earth and the Irish sea moss. Barefoot sprinter routines 1 and 2, do those daily with the lower reset. You can DM us and we'll give you that. Irish sea moss capsules, which is better. Capsules are, but Grace, if you look on our website, it's in our Fascial Foundation, and we have the Glyvia in it too, which is which supports your pancreas and your blood sugar and your hormones. So if you can support us by doing that. If not, how do you donate? Actually, you go to the link in the bio. There's a donate button. We're going to make it more clear. We are going to be looking for donations. We've been limping along on the supplement money that we have, and it's been, you know, we make decisions every day on what we buy and what we don't buy, and whether we buy something personally, new clothes or not. We're not imbued with cash in any way, shape, or form. But it's getting better each and every day. We have people that donate $20 a month and $5 a month and $100 a month. That really helps. But we're creating all this content because so many people in the world can't afford a $2 subscription, and so that's why. And that by far that's the majority of the world. So that's why we're a worldwide mission. We're not an American mission. We're using American media to become famous in America, which allows us to then build our influence around the world, which is happening. We're like looking at talking to 100,000 people in India at once. We're looking at 15 to 20,000 people in Philippines coming out. So super excited about traveling this year. Somebody just invited us to Ecuador, and the invite was real enough that we are considering, because I want to go see the gigantic bones. So he said gigantic bones. I want to see the gigantic human bones there. Gigantic bone spurs, removal from right heel. Yeah, okay, foundation bundle of supplements will help you greatly. Do the barefoot sprinter routines 1 and 2 every day, and do the lower reset. Yeah, please tag us, Kettle Buddha. What problems do you find with ladies who take up boxing? Okay, take up boxing or take up training boxing. Very, very different. Ladies who take up boxing is a horrific sport, because I know when you get hit, like I work with some top boxers in the world, long term, that boxing, those contusions, this is our brain. We now know the fascia has an interstitium, and if you wouldn't do it to your brain, don't do it to your body. End of story. Whether it's cutting, tattooing, whether it's banging, if you wouldn't do it to your head or your brain, don't do it to your body. That's just my answer right now today. I have changed my belief now that I understand fascia. I've changed my belief on how we live our lives. Help with bloating, post-menopause. Just do our lower reset, and most likely post-menopause, you're dealing with hormonal issues and dehydration almost always. Foundation bundle of supplements will help you with the symptoms, and do our lower reset every day. That should get rid of your bloating. Stomach poking out due to slipped. Okay. If you're, yeah, so extreme anxiety, depression, SNP, okay, you've got, so this is for PRDI, it's a Preditis jam, 28-day reset right now, don't mess around, start there, we'll help you inside there. I have rotated hip, move back, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Prostate. Prostate issues, stress, hydration, lower reset usually works. I had an enlarged prostate at one point. It's nice and small again. Works really well. I've never, and by the way, our Power Kirk 30 has been proven scientifically to work on stuff like that because it's an inflammatory disease. It has been proven scientifically against peer-reviewed and peer-reviewed against pharma. So Power Kirk 30 and our foundation bundle of supplements. Okay, guys, remember we have our class. Our class is on Sunday, and our virtual class, super powerful. Okay, I'm gonna get back here. Whoa, I have just way too many questions. I'm not getting into them all today. Do we need to build lean muscle through resistance training? I don't believe you need to build muscle. That's my thing anymore. But again, I'm working on this. You're gonna have to bear with me because I'm in the experimental stage. I've reduced all of my muscle function. So like, you don't really see a bicep anymore. And see this? It looks like, even on here, it looks like it's a fat. It looks kind of like fat, but it's not. It's what I call fascials. It's fascial muscles. And they move better, they're lighter. But again, when I started bodybuilding, everybody's like, you can't do that. That's full of BS. That was like 40 some odd years ago. And no one understood it. So no one understands what I'm doing today. That doesn't deter me because I became one of the best in the country at what I did. Actually, the best in the country at what I did. Enough to go pro, and I did that in a couple of years. So I'm just doing the same thing now with my fascia. Hi from Toronto. Any advice for middle ear? Yeah, upper reset and our hydration, our foundation bundle supplements and our upper reset. So DM us for that. Look at why dehydration affect you. Go download our supplement. Okay, I hear lots of people, they want to go live, but I need to know why you're going to go live. So I'm going to shut down for today. It's 10 o'clock. It's been a great session today, guys. We'll post this live. I can't even remember what I talked about yet, but looking forward to seeing you guys throughout the week on Sunday.